What's up, guys, and welcome to the podcast. So, yes, the setup is definitely different right now because I'm doing this one entirely by myself. And this is a first for me. So, please, during the process of this, bear with me as I try to keep consistent with my own thoughts. But primarily, I kind of wanted to do this one in the middle of the week because I got a bunch of questions from Instagram and I loved a lot of them and I responded to a decent amount of them. I'm going to go over them and my thoughts. I didn't give them answers, but I told them that I acknowledged the question and I pretty much said, hey, I'm going to respond to this on my podcast. So let's just go into it. So this first question is, who is your biggest inspiration? And I want to say that I'm inspired by a lot of things. I think that there is a plethora of ways to be motivated and to be driven when it comes to looking up to someone or trying to model yourself after someone. But there are a few people in particular that I am hella inspired by. And I got to give the credit to my mom first before anyone else. My mother is a very large inspiration in my life. She's super hardworking, really, really, really forward thinking, and just consistently driven, consistently hustling, consistently just trying to make things happen for our family and for herself. And she's still in school, still trying to go through the motions and grow. And I ultimately think she is my biggest inspiration, hands down. Now there are some others that in the realm of like videography, film and stuff like that. But as far as my biggest inspiration, it would be my mother. But then you can name off other people that are like career driven and stuff like that. But for sure, my biggest inspiration, I would say, is my mom. This question is, oh, it's not even a question. This was one of the ones that I read and I was like, what? Thank you. Like, what is this? What is this even? Okay, here we go. Do you believe there's other forms of life in space? So this is one of those like, I don't want to say it's like a druggy question, but it's very thought-provoking because I'm open-minded enough to say yes. Like, I want to say I'm open-minded enough to be like, we can't be the only things that were created in a universe that is as expansive as scientists say it is. Like, just like in the planet that we're on in itself, there's so many different forms of life, and I wouldn't even begin to acknowledge someone saying that there's no way there's no way that there's life anywhere else. It's just us. Like it doesn't really make sense to me, to be honest. So yeah, I do definitely think there are other forms of life in space. Why do you get out of bed every day? Obligation. I'm definitely obligated to get out of bed. I know everybody makes a mental choice to get up and do what they have to do, but I think that I get up because I'm very consistent about how I get up and when I get up and what I do and the routine I have like in the morning. I'm very consistent about these things because I know that when I get up, the goal is to push myself further so that way I can eventually do something with myself. And it's a consistent thing. Like every day I get up and I'm just like, okay, I gotta figure something out. I gotta make something happen. Like it's never ending. It's never the want of possibility and opportunity. That really is why I get up. Like I believe that there's something out there for me that I don't have yet. And then when I get it, there will be something else. And so I have to consistently get up and keep searching for it. And I think that shit's getting up out of bed. I would even say that keeps me up at night sometimes, for sure. Aces. I stopped playing video games. So I went on a whole hiatus. So I will not be playing aces with anyone. Do do animals experience erectile dysfunction? I I hope not. I hope not. I hope so. I don't know. I don't have a preference. Um, I'm sorry if that's not a good enough answer. Something you can't live without. Something you can't live without. Man, I have to have something to doodle on or sketch with or just something that I can like jot ideas down in, like, because I'm always thinking, like, just rapidly thinking. I'm always like, my brain is always going. And if I have like a notepad, or like, I got the Note 9, and it's been really good because you can take the pen out, and as soon as you take it out, you can jot stuff down. And I mean, I love it so much, and that kind of like helps me. It's kind of like my fidget thing, but I can't live without like jotting notes down, taking like doodling something, keeping my mind like on target, and that pretty much does help me a lot. I'm not even gonna do this one. Let me see. What's more important, focusing 100% on you or 50% and bringing your team up with you? So this is actually a very serious question, in my opinion. I want to say there's got to be a way to to do both. I don't think that it needs to be simultaneous. I don't think it needs to be simultaneous, but at the same time, I think it can be simultaneous depending on your situation and where you're at in life. So, in my circumstance, I mean, I work with teams consistently. I work with people all the time. I understand what it means to be in a team. Uh, However, with that being said, I do also know that with this team, I have my own responsibilities and I have my own things that I need to take care of. So I need to be making sure that I'm 100% on top of my game. So that way, if anyone comes at me, they have there's nothing that they can say about me that will make me look bad. And if that makes me look bad, that makes my team look bad. That makes whoever I'm with look bad. So I have to do everything in my power to be my best self. And if I'm being my best self, I look good, my team looks good, we can grow together. And then another part of that I would say is making sure you're not around people who don't have that mindset. Like don't have boys or hang out with chicks who believe that they're entitled to what you have, or you owe them something, because in reality at the end of the day they don't owe you shit, you don't owe them shit. Like if you think mutually, you have mutually about your individuality, you have what I would believe is like, if this is the wrong word, I don't think it is, but symbiosis. Like you guys can fucking link up and it be perfect. There should be no reason why I would have to give less of myself to anything that I do if I'm around people who are giving 100% of themselves to what they're doing. And the thing about that is, like, when you're on a team and when you're working with other people, or you have good people in your life, they understand these things and they don't complicate it, and they don't try to take those parts away from you and add to themselves, because that's not a mutual relationship. That's not a good friendship, in my opinion. I don't think that that's how that shit is supposed to work. And if you have people in your life who are leeching you and taking energy from you and not giving you anything back, get them the fuck out of your life, because that's not how that works. When uh, when did you discover you exist? uh, uh, when I realized that my actions have consequences. When I was doing things and people were letting me know that the things I was doing, have an effect on the world around me. And I think that brings about self-awareness. And when I started becoming self-aware is when I was like, oh, like imagine like a dog looking in the mirror and like realizing that he's a fucking dog and that like he's real. First of all, that's a woke ass dog. And then second of all, self-awareness can either be intimidating or be humbling depending on how you handle it and what you go through in life. But as far as my existence, I think that once I started realizing the impact that I have on people and the impact that I have on myself or things have on me, I was like, fuck, I'm really in this bitch. I'm really alive. Yeah. This is a good question. What motivates you? Whew, this is a good topic. What motivates you? So this is good. I am motivated by fear. I am motivated by fear. I'm motivated by doubt. I'm motivated by I'm sometimes I'm just motivated and I don't even know why, or like in the situation I don't know what I'm motivated about. I'm just like I'm ready to fucking to do something. But man, a big part of it is fear. I'm motivated so much by what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of going back to a life where I'm in and out of homeless shelters. I'm struggling. My mom is trying to take care of 3 kids by herself and just battling homelessness, living in fucking a van and sleeping with my grandparents. Like I fear what comes if I do not do everything in my power to be the best that I can be. I do not want to go back to a life that I lived before I even finished school or after I finished school, where I was depressed, sad, going through all these motions, trying to figure out, what my life was about and where I belonged in the universe. And I'm not saying I know these things now, but fear played a lot into me being like, nah, nah, fuck it. I need to figure my life out, and I need to make sure that I do everything I can do, because I can't go back to who I was and I can't go back to where I was at. So I just can't. I can't do it. And I think that if you're living a life where you're trying to figure out whether or not you should be motivated about something, you should probably stop and look at where you're at, where you could go, and where you've been. And if you assess that and there's a place you don't want to be that you were before, that should light a fire in your ass to get up and get your fucking life together, because you owe it to yourself and you owe it to the people who do good to you. For sure. Now the doubt, I want to say, I love when people doubt me. I love when people doubt me. Before, very insecure, very not sure about myself, not sure about what I wanted, not sure if I could please people. I really was a people pleaser throughout school, and I suffered heavily because of it. Just always trying to make people laugh, trying to satisfy other people because of the things going on in my life and my inability to handle them properly. And realistically, I did that shit to myself. Like I should have known better. I should have known better. But over time, this doubt kind of transitioned into me being like, okay, well, if you doubt me, I've done so much doubting of myself, and I've started pushing myself so much that if you're doubting me now and I've gotten this far, please, give me more, doubt me more, fuel me, please fuel me. I've already been afraid. I've already been in situations that I didn't think I was going to get out of. So when people tell me that I can't do something and that there's no way it's possible. I love taking the opportunity to just fucking just see how far I can take it. And if I fuck up and I fail or I mess up, I took the opportunity. I'm not going to be mad. I will have no regrets. I'll have no regrets. I'm motivated by the opportunity to prove people wrong. Because so many people, you may not even know it. You may have people who doubt you, but like are all for you in your face, and then behind your back, they're like, oh, well, this dude doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, or nah, I don't think he's gonna get it done, or oh, like so many people, so many just jaded, fucked up people who think that that's the way to treat other people and talk about other people and encourage other people. But doubt is something I've definitely am motivated by, and yeah, that's all the time I'm gonna spend on it. It's definitely a lot more to being motivated for me, for sure. Let me see. I think I have more. Damn. Who's your old lady or my girlfriend? I'm not gonna tell anyone. I'm gonna leave that to myself. uh, well, damn. I think that's it. I think I answered all the questions that I got from that post. Well, fuck yeah, I did. Damn. Thank you guys for watching. And really, I just wanted to respond to you guys. Uh, I want to do more of these, and I want to hear like people's opinions. I want to see what people think about stuff like this and how it like, well, how it works. Like, tell me what you guys think. If I answered them weird, or if there was anything like strange about any of that. But like, I enjoyed this. I actually like this a lot more than I thought I was going to. It's a little quicker because the conversation isn't two-way, but uh, thank you guys for listening to me bullshit for a few minutes. I'm gonna go away. Bye.